Thinking about moving to Boise, Idaho, and you're really curious about Eagle, Idaho. In today's video, we're going to be highlighting a couple communities. This is one of them. I'm in it right now. It's currently being built up. There are no homes completed, but we're going to drive through this. We're going to tell you about this community. In addition to that, we're going to go look at another home and another community. So stick around. Hey, if you're new here, my name's Craig Flood, and I make videos each week on this YouTube channel about what it's like to move to the state of Idaho, what it's like to live here, buy real estate here, and do life here. Additionally, I'm a licensed real estate agent with an amazing team and great partners who help people just like you make that transition and relocation to Idaho. You can call, text, or email days, nights, or weekends, and we would love to assist. All right, so here we go. We're gonna dive into this community, and then we're gonna drive from here to the next community. I'm gonna keep you guys with me as we're making these drives between the communities so that you can get familiar, not just with the houses and the communities, but also in this video, what is around Eagle, Idaho, and what's it like?
All right, we're driving through Centara right now. This is like a newer community, but it's a quintessential Eagle community, right? Where you have a combination of quarter acre lots all the way up to 1 acre. You have a lot of the great local builders from Todd Campbell to Highland Homes, Shadow Mountain Homes, all great guys that come in together and build these great communities. As you can see, you got, wide sidewalks, awesome walking paths, and just a really good feel. What I like about this one too is like off in the area over there, you got the beautiful foothills to look at, and when spring comes, it's awesome.
Yeah, what I like about this community, same thing, you got a good view of the foothills. This community is also tucked back. You're not really surrounded by any major roads. You're really close to Idaho High School, so if you have high school kids, they can just walk to school. But it is in the early stages. There unfortunately are no houses we get to show you. They're all under construction at the moment.
Including the pool and the pool house, which is right there.
Yeah.
But in this community too, all the builders are going to build custom builds and also specs. So what that means is they're always going to have houses under construction where you can come in and buy them, and then you can also do builds where you can pick all the finishes, you can change the floor plan and do that as an option. Price point wise, you're around $1 million plus, in this community, all the way up to about $3 million, generally for the 1 acre parcels on, the larger homes.
So now we're done with this community. We're gonna go now look at another community. We're gonna walk through a home on this one. And then after that, we're gonna do another drive-by of a community similar to this that isn't done yet, but we're gonna tell you about it to keep it on your radar. Some of you I know are moving in the next month, some are moving in the next year. And so a lot of you, if you're moving the next year and you wanna get a community like this, now would be a good time to get in, then the house can be ready for you when you actually get here.
Yeah.
So now join us on the drive as we drive to that next community. Again, you're gonna get to kind of see what the roads are like, what the neighborhoods are like.
You still drinking your coffee?
Yeah, it's getting
cold?
This is our second video for today. No, it's still good. They should make heaters in these cars.
No, I do not have.
My wife bought me, what are those cups that heat themselves? There's a name.
Why don't you get a Yeti?
Those are good too.
A lot of the stuff you're seeing right now is like older communities over here. Really, Eagle in itself, even 10 years ago, was just known as being out there, right? It had larger land and parcels, a lot of horses and boarding out here, just more of a country lifestyle. So it's like you'll drive and see a bunch of homes on large parcels, and boom, you'll see a new construction community. And then we're heading over to Brush Creek. Oh my goodness, look at the traffic this morning. It's crazy.
These four-way stops can get old depending.
Heck yeah. Look at that.
Goosey about to start. I'm thinking about going at a friend's house who lives out in the Star. You can go hot depths on its land. So I'm thinking about taking my kids out. It'd be fun to see the process of shooting it, get the feathers off, eating it.
We're putting this on camera too, right?
Yeah. Well, I know why you guys are watching these videos, and I know why you want to move here. Yeah. Yes, Idaho is as good as you think it is. Oh, here we go.
Is that Adidas commercial? Oh, whoops. This community too, again, a typical Eagle community. Great homes, great builders in here. Combination of builds versus, hey, you got stuff that's ready to go as far as spec comes. Okay, here we go.
Lovely home. All right, let's go do a walkthrough of this house.
Remember, we're in Brush Creek now. We're looking at a great single level house with a bonus room. I'm actually really like this floor plan. Let's go take a look inside. Before we do that though, as you can see, really awesome brick. Anytime you got a gate, you know it's going to be fancy, right? You know it's going to be over $1 million. Awesome courtyard in here, so you can set some furniture. Nice tall front door. All right, coming in, this house is just under 3,400 square feet, which is actually a great size. As you come in, you got a nice big size living room. You got bedrooms back over here, a bonus room upstairs, and the master bedroom. But coming into this, what's really nice, with all these windows and stuff, you have a lot of light. And I always get this all the time too. People are like, oh great, I get a view. Well, not so fast. We always want to make sure of what's being built around us. So there is going to be a house that's going to be right there. So you'll probably get a few peekaboo views there. But other than that, they've done a really great job in this house. Awesome engineered hardwood flooring, full backsplash. They did Thermador appliances, so they definitely upgraded in here with the oven. You know, typically refrigerators in Idaho, even on these higher ends, it's kind of one half dozen the other if they're going to have a fridge. Coming back over here, you got a farm sink. They did the different island in the different color, which is kind of a thing right now. So it's really nice, but really nice cabinets, soft close as well. And then they got a nice pantry back in here. You build all these beautiful homes. I have no idea why builders, they put Formica countertops. It's like, you could put quartz on there. Why not just spend the extra like $500? I don't get it. But anyways, coming in here, even the drawers or the cabinets are soft close, which is really nice. And another thing too with this square footage, the dining room is off to the side. It's nice and big and it doesn't feel cramped, which is really awesome. So over here, if you want to utilize this as like a little office space, you can. You got a nice full bathroom in here. They did full tile. Another nice touch, if you come in here, they did the nice tub, but then they did the tile, right? They didn't do the insert, which sometimes they do, which I really like, and nice quartz countertops. Then coming into the master, look at that. You got 8-foot doors. You got the 10-foot ceilings. You know, with these windows, it really lets a lot of light. The orientation of this house too is nice because that's east over here. So you get a lot of that morning sun, a lot of light that comes in throughout the day, which is really nice. So in here, they've done a really great job again. You know, nice tile floor. You got your bathroom with its own door over here. We could sneak on in the shower. They did the rain shower, Craig. Look at that. In here, dual shower in here, which is nice. Again, probably put a glass door here if you don't want to get too cold. Personal choice. Back over this way. Nice tub, right? It's not an insert. Master closet, built-in mirror, already ready for you. Nice tall ceilings, so you can fit all your clothes in here. Oh, bonus that you don't see all the time, actually. Door back here, so if you want to get to the patio, little smoking porch. Want to put a hot tub back here. This is actually a really good size yard. They got some really nice over here to the side. You know, with new construction, another thing to keep in mind is you look at that, you're like, this is awesome. I can fit a boat. I can fit an RV. Not so fast. A lot of times with these, you can't do anything over your 6-foot fence. So as far as getting an RV back here or anything, that's going to be tough. If you had like a trailer or something like that that sits below the fence, you can definitely park it back here. All right, let's head this way. We're going to go look at the wing over here with the other bedrooms on the other side. All right, on another episode of what they were thinking when they built this. Just kidding. This is one of the bedrooms, kind of a funky shape. Probably use this as an office or something. But yeah, just a different room. Let's head this way. Good sized bathroom, which is really nice. And again, another little touch that they did the tile up to the top, which is really nice, kind of that elevated feel. Really like these nice cabinets too, so they're a good color. Lots of light. Now that's the thing with this front bedroom. Want to make sure you get some shades because you're going to get a lot of heat in the summer on that side. We're heading upstairs to like the other bedroom bonus room. So we can take a look at this. As you come in, you got a nice full bathroom in here with a shower. Okay, coming back into this room here, you got a little bit of a wet bar with a refrigerator. A nice closet in here. So again, multi-purpose room. You can use it for a movie room. You can use it for just kids if you want to throw the toys up here, or an extra bedroom. What I really like about this is the height. Now that you look out, you get those awesome views of the foothills. All right, let's head into the laundry room here. They've done a really good job with some built-ins, which is really nice. Gives it that nice elevated feel. Again, for micro countertops, I have no idea why they do this. But again, nice tile in here, cabinetry, so you can hang things. They did a good job other than the counters. All right, in the garage now, nice 3-car garage, nice and deep. You can fit those full-size trucks in here. One of the nice things I think they did, they elevated, they made a nice little storage room in here so you can put all sorts of stuff, keep that out of the way so you're not looking at it. The other nice touch that they did was they hit all the utilities and everything. So your HVAC, your water heater in here, water softener are all nice and tucked away. Finished garage in here, so they did a really good job.
We're done with this house now, but I just wanted to drive this home. If you're a guy, you're looking at this, you're probably thinking, oh, I want to put stuff there. I want to put a boat. I want to put a trailer. I want to do something. And you would expect to see a huge rolling gate. And even as you look over to this property right here, you see a huge trailer. Okay, so just for starters, that's an older community. This is a newer community. In this community, you're going to have to get sign off to do anything. But again, this is not built out. They're not assuming you're parking a trailer here. They don't want you to do that. There is no rolling gate. There is no access from the road. It's just a huge side yard that's probably going to make you twitch, and you're probably definitely going to want to do something about it. All right, we're on to the next place. Again, it's end of January coming up. Beautiful sunny day. Chilly out. Does this tell you 32 degrees?
32 degrees, yeah. But it doesn't feel 32.
No, it feels very warm, even though I'm wearing all this jacket. I'm a little hot right now. The sun is really warming me up.
He doesn't have a lot of meat on his bones, is what he's trying to say.
I'm a skinny boy.
Where am I?
No, we're different.
We're different.
You know that game that you play?
I'm all muscle.
You remember the Nintendo game that was like hockey, where you'd pick a tall, skinny guy, a medium guy, or like a short, fat guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of like those guys.
Oh,
I don't know which one you are.
I mean,
I think you're the medium guy.
Thank you, Craig. I appreciate that. For the camera. Should we ask for people to comment?
I mean, yeah, like I'll see if I can dig up a clip of that game. That was such a funny game.
I love it.
I just dated how old. Take a guess in the comments how old you think I am.
So I'm trying to talk and drive at the same time.
I like those fences.
Yeah, when they do that, it's nice when they do the 3-rail fences. They they have a good feel. But if you have an animal or a dog, you got to do the
they ran the chicken yard.
Yeah, with the hog wire you have to do down below. So that's good.
Yeah, it kind of you don't kind of see it as much. Now visually, it makes the community look really nice. Open field off to our right. I'm sure the next time we do this video, there'll be 100 homes up in that community. That doesn't exist yet.
Most likely.
Eventually.
Most likely. Okay, we're gonna go head out to State right now. Wow.
So again, State Street is kind of the main thoroughfare. If you were to move out here to the Treasure Valley at all, you're going to be very, very familiar with State Street. We're trying to make you feel like you're a local and get very educated on this area just from these videos. So when you come here, like, oh yeah, State Street. Yeah, I know State.
People just know. Just make sure to not give them your phone number if it's not a 208 acre.
Oh yeah, just
good to go.
Right? Yeah, you're like, oh.
And if they see your car with your license plate that's from California or Washington,
just get a rental. And when you get a rental, try to not get above.
Well, you can tell when you get rentals too.
You get rentals. There's always different license plates that you're getting.
Oh, good.
Eagle High School off to our left here.
We've basically just done a big circle today. There's a lot of things in Eagle where there's been established communities here, and then over time just land just keeps getting sold off, and new communities kind of fill in the different areas.
Got some llamas off to our right. Very big deal.
Very big deal. Wow. Was that sheep back in there too?
I couldn't tell.
There was a bunch of things in there. It's a whole variety in Eagle.
Yeah. Again, scouting trips are what we specialize in. We obviously help people get moved here and buy real estate, but a lot of what we focus on is what is this area like? What's it like to live here? What is your lifestyle going to look like? But then scouting trips are a big deal. So if being next to a school is really important to you, right? Some of these are going to be some really good communities where your kids can walk to school, drive to school, bike to school, whatever it is.
Yeah. And a lot of people ask you, like, hey, what does this cost? Well, it doesn't cost you anything, right? I mean, our goal is
scouting trip, what you're talking about.
The scouting trip, yeah. The scouting trip doesn't cost anything. I mean, our job and what our goal is to, build that trust with you, to be that, that main point of contact for all your real estate questions and be a liaison to the Valley.
Yeah. We want to be insanely helpful, and the way that we do that is really help people have successful scouting trips. Again, I'll say it again. A successful scouting trip is you decide that Boise or Eagle or Idaho is right for you and you want to explore it more. Another successful scouting trip is you decide it's not right for you and you're going to move on to the next step. Both are successful. All right, let's go check out what gas prices are. So right now we're at $3.12 for regular, and then $3.52 for diesel. And again, this is State Street, what we were talking about earlier. If you jump over State Street, that's where a lot of the communities are going to be. They're going to be up against and most likely have access to the Boise River. The Boise River is just over there. If you're over State Street on this side, like the communities we were just showing today, you're going to have a little bit harder time getting to the river or anything like that, right? This is not the road that is super fun to walk across, so it's totally doable. But again, this is kind of a major barrier between you and the Boise River. And again, the beautiful foothills right there. Let me zoom in on that for you guys. There you go. You got some foothill action.
I gotta say, all of our gas stations here are always really clean. Like the Jacksons, the Stinkers.
Everything's really clean.
Like everything's clean.
Everything. We take our kids to the water park. Was it Roaring Springs?
Yeah.
Off Interstate 84. We had some friends from out of town from Washington. He's a police officer, detective, and he's just like, get me out of Washington. I was like, come, but he's so close to retiring. But I was telling him, I was like, you guys should come back in the summertime, and we should go do Roaring Springs. And I'm originally from the Seattle area. My wife's originally from Idaho. I say that just because it's like my claim to fame. It's like I married somebody from Idaho. But the water parks that we went to were just never, I don't know if they were a little grunge or whatever, but out here, like, gas stations are clean, the water parks are clean. Silverwood Theme Park up in northern Idaho is phenomenal. But I'm always blown away by how clean everything is. Everything.
Yeah.
Cities,
Yeah.
downtowns,
And all the parks. Like you don't really see any.
it's not overtaken with homeless people and drugs. You don't got to go sweep for needles.
It's just a different way of life.
You've seen it before, but there it is again from a different angle. Eagle High School.
You get full route footage. I mean, we're showing a true driving tour. All the things that go into this.
We're trying. We'll cut out the blips.
We're prepared for sure. You know, did I forget to get gas this morning?
We're prepared.
I did. Yes, but we still know how to do real estate.
This is a bit what a driving tour would be like too. So it's just fun to show you this. It's like, come out here. We'll show you around. It's kind of be what we can't guarantee the sun, though we do get a lot of days of sun here.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful tree. So just off to our left, we're going to have a more established community, which is going to be Homestead. And the community we're going to is going to be right behind Homestead up here on the left.
Kingswood Estates. So Todd Campbell is actually the anchor builder in here. He's got 3 other builders that are building with him. That's kind of like the quintessential Eagle build, right? You get Todd, you get another builder, developer, brings in other great local builders, and they just build out a great community.
Yeah. So it's kind of nice. They did a good job of building up a wall to kind of dampen down the sound of this street. So even if you end up being a house on that, at least they've put in that effort, which is really great. And here we go, Kingswood Estate turning in. Now again, this is going to be another drive-by community to show you this is something coming up, and we could talk more about it. If you're curious about this, you can reach out to us. We can share you more of the details, more about who the builders are. But now we're just going to kind of drive around and kind of talk about what this will eventually look like.
Yeah, I think the big thing is, and we talked about it earlier, Craig, is like getting out here and looking at different areas, because there's so many different communities that are being built and sprung up. We know where a lot of them are at, have the relationships with a lot of the builders and different agents where we can find you the right house. It's really about finding location first and then diving into these communities.
Yeah.
But this one, again, is, harder to envision because there's nothing here, right? So a lot of times we can get some renderings from the developer to kind of give you an idea. And a lot of times we can go to other neighborhoods that are going to be very similar so you can get a good feel. A lot of times too, though, when you get in these newer communities, sometimes if you don't have houses built, sometimes you can get better, opportunities because the builders want to sell a house, right?
Yeah.
Get the ball rolling. Just know though, like if you're in a community like this, it probably has 100 homes or something. I mean, you could be 3 to 5 years before this gets completely built out. So realize that there could be construction debris. They definitely like limit your times when, construction workers can be out. But again, those are going to be the things you're going to have to deal with. Good deal, but you have to deal with some uncomfortableness sometimes.
Yeah, if you've dealt with new construction before, you're probably aware of that. If you haven't, I mean, it makes sense, right? You buy one of the first 10 homes completed. They got a lot more homes to deal with, so that's going to be trucks driving by, nail guns, the noise, the dust, all that stuff. So it can definitely be a bit of a pain point during that season, but it kind of comes with the territory.
Yeah. Nice thing about this community, if you go with like Todd Campbell, he builds all over the valley, right? So we could go to a different community and try to show you, hey, what does this finishes look like? Get in the design center if we need to, depending if you're going to do a build or if you're just going to do a spec.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Be sure to watch that video next where I give a tour of downtown Eagle. If you're curious about Eagle, Idaho, you'll probably love that video because you can see what it's actually like down there.